So for me, I have four major rhythms in a day. Right? After you have divided that, you have to add the right practices and actions to your daily rhythm. I have a spiritual rhythm. That's my first one. The second one is personal rhythm. Right? And the third one is the social rhythm. And the fourth one is family rhythm. So when I get up in the morning, and you have heard the time blocking thing, you know, you time block. You take a major chunk of hour and time and you block that for what you're going to accomplish during the day. So that's time blocking. So for me, it's the first one is the spiritual time, that a chunk that I have. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is, this is my God time. Right? So let's say I get up at 6:30 and I'm going to drop my daughter at 8:15 or 8:20. So I have about a good 1.5 hours or close to 2 hours in the morning. That's a major chunk. That's a God time. That's my spiritual time. And I love it, you know? I love that so much. It's just me and God. And I don't necessarily talk to him or read or have conversation. We just sit together. We just sit together and I go about my day with him. You know, this is what I'm going to do today, God. You know, what do you think about it? And I'm praying for some people, things that are in my mind. I'm just going with him. He knows what I'm thinking. Everything in my heart and in my mind, I'm letting him know. This is what my day is going to look like. I need your help, or I'm struggling with this. Help me. It's just the father-son time. That's my spiritual time, morning. That's the chunk I have carved out. I blocked that time for God. It's not that he's not in my mind 24 hours of the day, but that time is special. And I love it. I love this time. I love my wife too, but during this time, I love God more. Right? It's like God and me time. Because if I don't do this well, I'm not doing well with my wife. Then the second time is my personal time. So in my personal time, my wife is the number one that I begin in my personal time because she's the highlight of my day and highlight of my life. Okay? That's the truth. So we start with a simple thing like we walk together. That is very, very important. After my God time, my wife and we take the morning walk together. And when we walk, we talk anything under the sun. And it's very helpful for both of us. So this, my personal time, begin with the highlight of my day, which is my wife. And that will let me into a good rhythm of writing my sermon. A big part of that is reading and writing. All my sermons are written out between 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. All the things that I write to the church, newsletters, celebrate, sermon, inspiring thoughts that I have are all written out. The journals are all written out within that time. That's my personal time. I call it the green zone. My wife and we call it the green zone. So during that green zone, we try not to get in each other's way. The third one is the social time. This is when I will pick up phone and call somebody. I will look at the church registry and say, I need to call. I haven't reached out. I'll send email. I'll read, This is the community building time that I'm investing on my friends, on the people, on the church. And I do that during that social time. It's the social connection that I need to build, right? And the last one is the family time. So my 4 ways. And it's important for me to connect with my family. At the end of the day, so we pray, we go over what's happening, what had happened during the day, what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen during the week, and then we pray over it. So I have picked my days, and I have created a rhythm for myself, right? And I try my best to walk in God with that rhythm.